Whiskey Advent Calendar tasting, day 17. Ooh, I really enjoyed this one. This one was a good one. Welcome back to the Flaviar Whiskey Advent Calendar tasting. My name is Louie, and today we are embarking on day 17 of our incredible journey tasting through these awesome Advent calendars. After today's tasting, make sure you're leaving me your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video and make sure you're subscribed to the Flaviar YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. All right, let's get right into it. Well, firstly, we're gonna be doing our tasting from the Black Advent Calendar box, also known as the Amber Kingdom box with the temple artwork on the front. If what you have is the green box or the Search for the Secret Spirits with the statue artwork on the front, then skip over to the time code on the screen right now so that you can get directly right on over to your tasting. Each box has its own incredible lineup of unique samples to taste from, as well as different artwork and color on the boxes to differentiate them. So make sure you're following along to the correct box. Let's jump into our first tasting. So we're gonna grab our Amber Kingdom box right here and open it up to day 17. And we're gonna grab our vial out of there. And what do we have here today? Well, to figure that out, we're going to need our spirits journal right here, and we're gonna open it up to day 17 to see what we're working with here. And as we can see, this is a rye whiskey from Copper Fox, which comes in at 45% ABV. So with today's sample, there's like a 40% chance that you might find some sediment in your vial. That is perfectly normal and perfectly safe. And what this is just a flocculation, meaning it's just a clumping together of these fatty acids, these proteins, these flavor molecules that all have just kind of clumped together. So if you see it, just give it a shake, separate them out. They are not a bad thing. It actually is giving you a lot more flavor to the end product. All right, let's crack this one open and see what we're working with. Try not to spill like I did. Whoopsie. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. So it's got a nice bright amber, almost cloudy in nature. Ooh. On the nose, I'm getting like sherry, plum, weirdly reminiscent of apple pie, cinnamon, raisin toast, and like a little bit of caramel. That's a very interesting smelling whiskey. But what does it taste like? Well, let's give it a sip. It is peppery, it is flowery, it's got that incredible rye spice. There's also notes reminiscent of like a toasted almond. And apparently they use a progressive aging method, which introduces toasted apple and oak into the barrel to create a very unique flavor profile. It accelerates the aging and creates a new dynamic flavor profile for a whiskey, which I think is very interesting. Well, that was really cool, but what about the other sample for today? Well, let's hop on over to the other Advent calendar. So we have our Search for Secret Spirits box here. We're gonna open it up to day 17. So on this side. All right. And so what are we working with here today? So to figure that out, we're gonna need to grab our spirits journal and open it up to day 17. And we can see that we have here is a Frey Ranch 4-grain straight bourbon whiskey coming in at 45% ABV. All right, let's crack this one open and see what we're working with. Got a nice like mahogany color almost to it. It's nice and woody looking color. And all right, let's give it a little sniff. Whoa. That's got a very complex and different aroma to it. I'm getting elements of vanilla, oak, sourdough bread. It kind of smells a little bit like that, and like different fruits, maybe even like a little bit of cherry. Very, very complex and different. All right, what does it taste like? Well, so right off the bat, the first thing that comes to mind is the mouthfeel. It's got this velvety, solid mouthfeel that then contributes to this like kind of like drying of the inside of the mouth. Then I'm getting notes of like cranberries, grain spices, toasted oak, granola, and like a little bit of vanilla. The finish is long, warm, and that like dryness just really sticks with your mouth. And it's really fascinating because it makes you want to keep sipping it. And I think that's very interesting. I really enjoyed this one. This one was a good one. And that brings us to the end of day 17. If you enjoyed today's tasting, make sure you're leaving me your comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I cannot wait to see you back here tomorrow for us to continue our incredible journey tasting through these awesome Advent calendars. I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.